guys, it's Kira and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but welcome to the first day of Vlogmas 2021. I am so excited that it is finally Vlogmas time because quite frankly I spend at least 6 months of my year watching people's old Vlogmas videos, getting excited for Christmas, and it's so nice when it is finally like a socially acceptable time to be excited for Christmas and I can share that with the rest of the world. So it is Vlogmas, I'm excited and I hope you are too. Just to give a little bit of background on how this Vlogmas is going to work, I think last year I did 3 videos a week, so 3 vlogs, and it just worked out that like whatever days fit into those days were what went in the vlog. But this year I've decided that I'm going to be doing 12 days of Vlogmas. So there'll be a video every day starting from today, which is going up on the 2nd of December. So I'm vlogging every day throughout December and then you'll get a vlog every single day until the 24th, which is of course Christmas Eve. But then actually you will get an extra couple of days because I am going to be filming Christmas Eve and Christmas Day as well. So all in all, there's going to be a lot of festive content. I'm excited about it, and most excitingly of all, I'm very happy to confirm that Here's the Tea, my favourite vlog segment in the world, is back because I actually have this year not just 1 but 2 tea advent calendars. So there's going to be a lot of tea tasting going on, which I for one am very excited about. I bought myself the Bird and Blend tea advent calendar and then Jay's mum actually bought me another one. So I'm going to be drowning in tea, which is my favourite way to exist. So all of that is to come, but actually today isn't officially December yet. Today is Sunday the 28th of November, and the reason I'm starting Vlogmas today is for 2 reasons really. First of all, as you will have seen in the very first couple of clips of this vlog, last night it was snowing, which is so crazy because in the UK at least we don't often get snow in the last couple of months of the year. We normally get our snow in like January, February, March time, so we get like late winter snow and it can be quite heavy around that time of year, but I genuinely couldn't tell you a single memory of my entire 24 years of existence where we've had snow in November. So last night it started snowing and I was so excited about it. We went out this morning for a little walk and it feels like winter has officially arrived and it just looked so beautiful. So the snow was definitely a key indicator that it was time to whip out the camera and start a Vlogmas. And the second reason that I decided to start a Vlogmas officially in November is because, like I said, it is a Sunday today and December this year officially starts on Wednesday. The first is on a Wednesday, and I like to get my tree up on the 1st of December, no later, because I want to make as much of the festive period as possible. So I want to have my decorations up for as long as possible, but I want to get a real tree, and of course the Christmas tree shops will all be closed by the time I finish work on Wednesday evening. So Jay and I are heading out to go and pick our Christmas tree this morning, but we won't be decorating it until Wednesday. And then this afternoon I have my friend Sarah coming round. We're going to make dinner and watch Love Actually, which is just the perfect entryway into the festive season in my opinion. So I'm very excited. Christmas is here and I can't wait. So without further ado, let's go and pick a Christmas tree. A Christmas tree, and I'm very happy with the one that we picked. We had quite like a specific set of requirements because it's kind of going next to the TV and then in between like the kitchen and the living room, so we didn't have like a huge walkway, so it couldn't be a very wide or bushy one, but I also didn't want it to be short because we do have quite high ceilings in this room, so we need it to be like kind of thin but not like spindly thin and look quite full still without being too bushy. So the guy recommended us a Fraser fir, and that is what we ended up with. It's probably about like 5, nearly 6 foot, and I'm so happy with it because it's quite like a compact tree. It's quite like slim but very, very full, like there's not really any gaps in the branches, and I think it's gonna look so good when it's decorated, which is the next thing on the agenda. Like I said, we're not going to officially decorate until the 1st of December, but I do want to go out and do some shopping this afternoon with Sarah and go and pick some Christmas decorations, because for anyone that doesn't know, this is mine and Jay's first year in our own house. So until this year we were living with his family, so we never had to have our own Christmas decorations, and of course like over years you accumulate loads, but this is our first year in a house, so we have a grand total of 0 Christmas decorations. So I need to start that Christmas decoration buying process today and just like start getting some nice ones. But luckily in York there are like at least 2 shops that are solely dedicated to Christmas decorations, which which should make it quite easy to find. So with that said, I'm just waiting for Sarah to get around and then we'll head out and do some Christmas shopping. Oh, and before I forget, as well as filming these 12 days of Vlogmas videos, I'm also planning to do 24 mini Vlogmas vlogs over on TikTok and Instagram Reels. So I was filming that this morning as we were leaving the house, and I was looking, I was getting a shot essentially where I was like walking down the steps up to our front door as we were heading out to the car to go and get the Christmas tree. But instead of actually looking where I was going, I was looking through the camera, and as I got to what I thought was the bottom step, I absolutely decked it and fell on the floor because I was like so out of my depth perception, because I wasn't looking through the real world, I was looking through a camera that was zoomed in. So I thought you might appreciate that little clip here because it was just such a disaster. Disagree. But yeah, that was that, and you'll be able to see little mini vlogs over on TikTok, which I will link down below if you're interested, but I just really mentioned it because I kind of wanted to show you that clip because I think it's hilarious. Okay, so I'm sorry, what was funny there? Okay, so we're back from our little Christmas shopping trip, which was mostly just spent finding Christmas decorations for my tree, and I'm very happy with what I got, and I can't wait for you all to see them when we decorate in a couple of days. But for now, me and Sarah are back. We've got dinner cooking behind us, and we're going to be watching Love Actually with dinner, which got me thinking about favourite Christmas films, and I would love to know, first of all, anyone watching, what your top 3 Christmas films are, and I thought it would be fun for me and Sarah. Me and Sarah to share ours.
I knew where you were going with that though. Like I knew
God, the chaos. So we are going to be going from our 3rd favourite to our 1st ultimate top favourite Christmas film, and I don't know what Sarah is going to say. She doesn't know what I'm going to say. So without further ado, what is in your 3rd spot?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh really? I've never seen that.
I saw it. I only saw it recently, like in my lifespan.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago.
Right.
But the way it's done, it's obviously black and white.
Yeah.
But it's such a heartwarming one.
So I think that's where my prejudice comes in. That's
like fucking black and white.
Old-timey films, they don't do it for me. So okay. Wonderful. I mean, that is a classic, so fair dues.
There's just something wholesome about it, and I think it's really nice because obviously the story has been ripped off multiple times since then.
Yeah.
I think the original is just really nice.
Okay. My favourite was kind of basic, but it's just like, it's the Christmas film, and it is Elf.
Oh, but that's a you can't go wrong.
It's like, you know, like I just bring up those quotes so often for Christmas time. Buddy the Elf, what's your favourite colour? And also Smiling is my favourite, and also Santa. Santa Claus is coming. So, love Elf. It's just a classic. I'm at the point now where I've seen it so many times that I don't like to watch it every year, but it is just like an old favourite that you can fall back on.
Yeah,
so,
I think it's one that everybody would be happy to watch.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas I feel like mine are quite selective, but...
Oh, I'm interested. What's next?
Love Actually.
Okay. See, Love Actually narrowly missed out on my top 3. But it's a classic. It's a divisive one though. People either love it or they despise it.
I mean, there are definitely some plot points which I hate, and I'll point them out to you later. But there are things that I love about it, like Hugh Grant dancing.
I mean, Hugh Grant in anything is just a splendid addition.
But like, the Emma Thompson crying scene is iconic.
I mean, it's got such a good cast. You've obviously got like... You've got your Keira Knightley, you've got Bill Nye, you've got obviously Rowan Atkinson, Emma Thompson, Alan Rickman, you've got obviously Hugh Grant, Colin Firth. Such a good
Colin
cast.
Firth, when he tries and he learns Portuguese. That's the standard at which I'm going to hold. Not all men
all
too.
Men. You don't speak Portuguese.
No, I could learn.
Yeah. Okay, so Love Actually, that is a great one. I was very close to putting it on, but it's definitely like an ensemble cast, and the reason I didn't put it in my top 3 is because my number 2 is The Holiday, and although that's not quite the same in the sense of being an ensemble cast, it is like, you know, I feel The Holiday and Love Actually have similar vibes, but for me, The Holiday is just such a great one, and it's the one that I always like start Christmas with, so it's like the first one I usually watch because it's like delicately festive, definitely Christmassy, but not like as in your face Christmas as Elf, so you can kind of just like watch it, it's more relaxed.
You can like build up to it.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to guess what my favourite one is.
I mean, I've got no idea, so
The Polar Express.
Oh!
I love this film.
Wow.
I love it.
I think that's
so
one of
much.
my sister's favourite films.
I think it's underrated in terms of, I just don't think people appreciate it as much as they do. Everybody complains about the CGI and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, it is like an interesting animation style, and to be honest, I don't gravitate towards animated films that often, but I did enjoy The Polar Express when I was younger.
And it's just an absolute classic, and I think I've got the nostalgia for it as well. Because I used to like see it in the cinema when it was brought back in at Christmas. I used to go with the family, so it's like that kind of element as well. And there's just something so magical about the ending and realising stuff about Christmas spirit, and it's it makes me so happy.
That's nice.
Can't be upset
the film I'm going to talk about also has an ending that really hammers home the Christmas spirit, and that is Nativity.
Oh my god, yes!
I bloody love Nativity. It is like the most like British Christmas film ever. I feel like it's very niche.
Oh my god.
Outside of these aisles. It would not be funny in many places, I don't think, but I just think it's hilarious. I adore Martin Freeman so much. I think he's great, and it's just so heartwarming. It looks kind of like a handmade Christmas film.
Yeah.
I just think it's so nice, and also Mr. Poppy is amazing. But I've recently been rewatching Gavin and Stacey, and in season 2 Gavin and Stacey go and they're looking at some horrible flats in Essex. The estate agent is Mr. Poppy. I was like,
no, what?
Yeah.
I feel like I need to rewatch.
I know. So there we have it, our top 3 Christmas films. I think anyone who happens to be around when I'm filming these Vlogmas videos, I'm going to pull them into this conversation and find out, because it's so fun to see what people love. So that is our favourite Christmas films. We're gonna go we're making vegan spag bol and garlic bread, and then we're gonna watch Love Actually and enjoy a festive evening after a very, very, very cold day of shopping.
Freezing.
This is all around me.
I'm afraid you did it again. It's just.
So it is now Monday the 29th of November, so only 2 days until Christmas officially starts. And I know I did say I was going to wait until Wednesday the 1st to decorate the tree, but I've changed my mind for 3 key reasons. The first reason being watching Love Actually last night and getting into the Christmas spirit has just made me so keen to start celebrating and decorating and just embracing my favourite season of the year. Secondly, it's a very, very, very grey, rainy, cold day outside. It is freezing. I'm like constantly attached to a hot mug with one hand and a hot water bottle with the other because it is so cold. So I feel like a nice warm cozy vibe in the living room is just what I need to brighten up my Monday. And then the third reason, and actually the most important one, is that I have experienced a true disaster, like nothing I've ever experienced before. I have had misfortune knock on my door today in the form of, at about 10 a.m, it just killed the internet. The internet just went off and I thought, this is really weird. I was just making a cup of tea on like a little mid-morning work break and scrolled on Instagram. Nothing was working. I thought, oh, maybe Instagram's down. Tried Twitter to see if it was trending. That wasn't working either. And then I asked Jay, his phone wasn't working, the skybox said the internet wasn't working, and lo and behold there was a man up the street, a BT guy, doing some work on an internet cable in the ground, and when Jay asked him when it was going to be back on, he said maybe tomorrow, but really don't know. So I have been taken back to the dark ages, and I feel that seeing as we have no access to the internet, can't really watch Netflix, can't really do anything that's going to bring me any joy, I think decorating the Christmas tree a couple of days early is just not even a question at this point. It's quite frankly a necessity. So fingers crossed the internet does come back on soon, but in lieu of that I'm at least going to decorate the Christmas tree when I finish work this evening, and I'm very, very excited about it because I'm so in love with the decorations I bought. Our tree I think is probably going to be a little bit bare by comparison to like what I'm used to because decorations are expensive, and obviously we were starting completely from scratch, so I feel like there'll probably be like a few more blank spaces on the tree than maybe we'll have in a few years time, but I'm just really, really happy with the decorations we picked and I can't wait to get it all lit up and feeling cozy and festive. So with that said, I'm just on my lunch break from work. I got myself a nice little hot chocolate and I'll catch up with you this evening when we are decorating the tree. It's Christmas! By which I mean that it is of course the 1st of December, and you know what that means. It's advent calendar time. I do have wet hair because my plan of action was to get home from the gym this morning, have a shower, let my hair dry, and then film the advent calendar bit, but as it turns out I'm just too excited to wait for my hair to dry because that is going to take hours and I really want to know what's inside. So as you can see, I've got quite the pile of advent calendars. First of all, we do of course have the classic chocolate ones. So I have the Tesco Free From advent calendar, which I think looks really cute. It's got like a really nice little painting on the front of it. And then I also got the Sainsbury's Free From advent calendar. So these just both have in a vegan milk chocolate alternative, and I was kind of interested to see which one was tastier. So I got both of those advent calendars. But the reason that we're all really here, I'm sure, is for the tea advent calendars. So, drum roll please, because it is time finally for the much awaited return of Here's the Tea, which is the segment of my vlogs that I filmed throughout Vlogmas that I love the most. And quite honestly, I have thought about trying to make this a thing in normal vlogs as well, because I just think it's so fun to try like random different flavours of tea and just like give a little review, because I love tea so much. So this year I have not just one, but 2 tea advent calendars. So the first one, and the one that I'm most excited about, is this one from Bird and Blend. This is the tea advent calendar that I actually heard about last year, and it made me want a tea advent calendar so badly, but this one is really popular and had already sold out by the time I'd heard of it. So instead I ended up going for the Tea Pigs one, which is what you saw me opening throughout Vlogmas last year. So I am so excited. I pre-ordered this one in about August of this year because I really didn't want to miss out. So we have our Bird and Blend one. It opens up and then you have little boxes inside, and it's so cute. And then, very, very kindly, Jay's mum actually got me a second tea advent calendar, and this one is from the English Tea Shop, and it's an organic tea advent calendar. So I'm going to be drowning in tea throughout this next 24 days. And I'm quite excited about it, to be honest. So my plan of action is I'm going to start each day with the Bird and Blend advent calendar because I'm so excited about it. And then when I fancy like a mid-afternoon cup of tea, that is when I'm going to taste the English Tea Shop one. So without further ado, we're all here for the tea. So let's dive in and find out what I have in tea advent calendar number 1. So we're looking for day 1, which... watch me not be able to get it out of the box now. Come on now. It's a joke. Ooh, okay, I think I got it. Yep, okay. We got it. Okay, so what does this say? Spread a little magic this year. We've given you 2 so you can share a brew with someone new. If that's not happening, I'm just going to drink them both myself. Lol. Oh wow, this one is Christmas cranberry pie. A slice of Christmas and cranberry and cinnamon pie. And then it is a fruit tea, brew for 4 minutes. It says to do it without milk, so I will follow their lead. And then the ingredients are apple pieces, cinnamon, rose hip, hibiscus, freeze-dried cranberry, lime leaves, stevia, orange peel, freeze-dried cherry, and natural flavouring. That sounds super cute. I am so excited about this, genuinely. So without further ado, I'm going to brew a cup of Christmas cranberry tea, and then of course we will return for the taste test. Okay, we are back, and better yet, we have tea. Not only is Here's the Tea and tea advent calendars a great opportunity for me to try new flavours of tea that I wouldn't normally have, it's also a great opportunity to make use of my, bless you Gatsby, of my extensive mug collection. So today I went for one of my newest additions, which is this adorable little bear mug, because it's one of my smallest mugs, and because this is a fruit tea and one that you didn't have with milk in, I generally find that not using too big of a mug is better because it helps the flavour to be more concentrated. So that is my logic behind the mug that I've selected. But it's a very, very festive red colour, and it's got a really lovely like cinnamony warm scent. So without further ado, let's give this a try. I'm always so nervous to try teas without milk in because I feel like I'm going to burn my tongue, but let's hope for the best. Cheers! Okay, so It's certainly a mild flavour, which I was expecting because really the main scent that's coming through is just cinnamon. It's got like a bit of sweetness from the apple, a bit of tang that's like very, very cranberry-y, and then the most sort of noticeable flavour is of course the cinnamon, which is what I was expecting and I'm very happy about because I love cinnamon. So this is really nice. It's like, I think fruit teas can often be deceptive because they can have a really, really strong smell and then have a really weak flavour, whereas this one has a smell that tells you exactly what it's going to taste like and the flavour follows through, which I'm very happy about. So day one of Bud and Blend tea is a winner for me, definitely. And I also am a big fan of the little like tab that comes on the like tea bag, says steep into Christmas, and I'm interested to see whether they're all going to say that or whether there'll be more festive puns, which is what I'm hoping for. So, and my tea, and next up, thought we might as well, while we're here, dig into the advent calendars and see what shapes we get. So, day number 1 is down here. I'm noticing now that I've like got longer nails, it's so much harder to get into things. There we go. Okay, so this is the Tesco one, and the shape is Santa Claus. We have a little cute Santa. There we go. Got a little taste test. That one's nice. Yummy. Where is number 1? There we go. Ooh, and what have we got? Oh wow, a lovely little star for Sainsbury's. Okay, let's taste this one. Ooh. Wow. Very interesting. So they're both just vegan milk chocolate. The Tesco one is like quite a crisp, crunchy chocolate, or like, you know, it's got like a snap to it. Whereas the Sainsbury's one was more of a like thick, almost like truffly or ganache-y kind of texture. So it was like a lot softer. So, also 2 winners. That's me. I'm about to go and start work for the day, so I'll catch up with you later on to try and do some more festive things, but if not that, then to open my second tea advent calendar, which I'm very excited about. So it's currently about 2:30 in the afternoon and I've just gotten on my lunch break from work. It's a little bit later than I would normally have lunch, but I've had a jam-packed morning of meetings, and after that I thought, do you know what I really fancy? My second tea advent calendar. So along with my porridge for lunch, I've also made my second tea, and this one is another great festive start to the month, and this one was called Gingerbread Treat, and it smells very gingery, which I'm very excited about. So this morning was all about the cinnamon and this afternoon is all about the ginger. This one looked more like a sort of like black tea with spices rather than a fruit tea like this morning's one. So I have made this one with a little bit of oat milk, and I'm just going to go ahead and do a little taste test. Oh yeah. Now this is one that I think I'd be more likely to buy myself. So this morning's one was a really great treat, but I don't have fruit teas very often. So those ones are more so the ones that I would try, like if it's offered to me, but I wouldn't often like think to buy them. Whereas ones like this that are like a black tea or an Earl Grey tea blended with some extra flavours are exactly the sort of things that I would normally go for, and this one is delicious. So warming, so cozy, I love it. So as a little update, obviously I still have a few hours left of work, but after that the internet is still not back on. Now the BT people are back on the street. There are currently 3 BT vans at the top of my street with people in holes in the ground, presumably trying to fix the internet, and hoping that they might fix it before the end of the day. But given that it is now the 3rd day of no internet, I'm like preparing myself for the fact that it might well be another day or even more before it's fixed. Now if it had have been a day where I had access to the internet, I would have thought about maybe watching like a Christmas film or a Christmas special on TV after I finished work to celebrate the 1st day of December. But in lieu of internet, I figure I might do some festive reading. So I wanted to talk about the Christmas books that I have on my shelves. I'm a sucker for a Christmas romance. So my favourite Christmas books are the ones by Jenny Colgan, if I can reach them. So there are 2 in this series currently. There is An Island Christmas and then the sequel, which was Christmas at the Island Hotel. I think I featured both of these in reading vlogs previously and I love them so much. I believe there is at least one more to follow in this series, which I'm very excited about. And Jenny Colgan has brought out another book called, I think it's like The Christmas Bookshop or something along those lines, and it's not connected to this story at all. It's not part of the same series, but it is a festive romance that I definitely want to get my hands on this month. So these 2 are my absolute favourite, and then as well as these I do also have 2 books that I always get confused in terms of describing their titles because they have such similar covers as well. So first of all we have One Day in December by Josie Silver, and then very similarly looking we also have We Met in December by Rosie Curtis. Both of these ones are, I would say, slightly more gritty, or like, yeah, I think that's the right word, slightly grittier romances than the Jenny Colgan ones, which are super fluffy and just really lovely. These ones have like a bit more depth to them, but are still a very festive style of romance. And those are the Christmas books that I have on my shelves currently, which for someone who loves Christmas as much as I do, I don't think is anywhere near enough Christmas romances, because they're just such a lovely thing to read, whether it is Christmas time or whether it's another time of year and you want to be transported into a cozy vibe. I just feel like I need more Christmas romances. But what I'm asking for you right now to do is, if you have any Christmas romances that you think are lovely, fluffy, happy, festive, all of those good things, then leave a comment down below recommending some Christmas or festive romances, because I want to expand my collection, and that is all really. I think this evening though I might make a start on rereading An Island Christmas, because I just love this series so much, and then if the internet still isn't back on by the time I finish this one, I can make my way onto Christmas at the Island Hotel as the sequel. So love Christmas romances, but my shelves don't reflect that, so I really need to add more. So any recommendations you can offer would be so greatly appreciated. It is a Christmas miracle, because today on December 1st the internet has finally been restored to me. I feel like I'm hyper, I'm so excited. It's bizarre because I still have had access to the internet because I've had 4G, but I've been like restricting my access because obviously I need to use that to like access my work laptop and all of that kind of stuff. So I haven't been like watching any YouTube videos or really much Netflix or anything like that outside of work, because I've been trying to conserve my data. But I'm so happy because it's obviously December 1st and I was so gutted at the thought of having to miss out on any Vlogmas videos. And more to the point, with dinner tonight now, Jay and I can watch something festive. I think, well, recently we've been watching or rewatching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so we're going to see if there is a Christmas episode of that to watch tonight. And then I will definitely be picking up one of Jenny Colgan's books later on this evening for some cosy festive reading. But I just had to express the absolute excitement about the fact that the internet is back. So it is currently about 7:15 in the evening. So on a normal evening, you know, comparatively quite early, still quite a few hours left in the day. But today, Jay has just informed me that his work starts tomorrow at 6:30 in the morning, which means that our alarm is going to be going off at 4 a.m. so that we can go to the gym and that Jay can get back and get ready before work. So with that said, I'm actually going to bring my evening to a close and get to bed immediately because I need a minimum of 8 hours of sleep in order to feel like a proper human, but preferably more, so I don't really feel like staying up for much later because I'll only regret it in the morning. But I am happy to say that I did manage to read a few chapters of An Island Christmas before closing up my evening with a lovely cup of tea. And this is such a lovely book. I only read 5 chapters, which is about 40 pages, but I just love the setting of this novel and just Jenny Colgan's writing style. She does a really good job in quite a short amount of pages of introducing you to quite a lot of different characters and setting up the dynamic of this really small island community, and I just think she conveys the community spirit so incredibly well, and that is the thing that sticks out to me most about her island series, because they just feel so wholesome. The community feels very unique, and I kind of liken it to a Christmas version of somewhere like Stars Hollow, where everyone knows everyone and there's just this incredible community vibe to the scenario. And I just absolutely love it. I feel like I say that every time I read one of Jenny Colgan's books, but they just do have that incredible community feel, and it just is like small town cozy, but on a whole nother level. So I'm very excited to continue reading this one over the next few days. But for now, I'm gonna head to bed, and that is going to bring Vlogmas Day 1 to an end, which I'm so excited to be saying, because it's just so fun that Vlogmas is finally here. The internet is back on, which means I know I'll actually be able to upload these videos, which is a good feeling, and I just cannot wait to see what the rest of December has in store. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing the last few festive days, and I will see you next time.